like dudes more. Okay, this might be a controversial take. I genuinely don't think that there's a such thing as a dude that's bi. Because if you're a dude, right? Think about this from like just a human perspective. If you get the same sexual gratification of dealing with a woman that you're dealing with a guy, human beings are intrinsically lazy creatures. You want to go with the path of least resistance. There's a reason why we have technology and all these modern conveniences to make life easier, right? If you get sexual satisfaction from dudes and chicks, well, what's easier to get? Dudes. Why the hell are you going to go through the effort of courting a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it? You know, so I genuinely don't think there's such thing as a dude being honestly bi. It's like, nah, bro, you like dudes more. Okay, this might be a controversial take. I genuinely don't think that there's a such thing as a dude that's bi. Because if you're a dude, right? Think about this from like just a human perspective. If you get the same sexual gratification of dealing with a woman that you're dealing with a guy, human beings are intrinsically lazy creatures. You want to go with the path of least resistance. There's a reason why we have
Juicy. Juicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Nerd Chronicles. This is your host, the socially awkward nerd, Christian Paul, is speaking. Now, we are going to go through part 2 on generalization and specialization of Fresh and Fit. We're going to definitely continue our clip based on reviewing what really went down based on Fresh was claiming that they actually smoked the guy, even though he has some very, very strategic and practical points. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go straight to it. And again, if I start coughing or anything like that, if my voice is a little slurred off, again, I have the Rona, bit of a flu, COVID, like cough-like symptoms and everything. So if I start coughing in the middle of it, I truly apologize. Let's get this stuff rolling.
Oh, you don't have one. Well, how about you?
Neither do you.
Okay, in your opinion, but that's your opinion. We're giving free value to men that want advice.
Yeah, on a generalistic standpoint, not on a specialist standpoint based on the individual, and that's what you're lacking.
Now, ultimately, you may not like advice yourself, but that's fine. If you don't like it, bro, you can go on something else. So you being a bum, bro, giving your qualified advice makes no sense.
And here's the other thing too, dude. Like you're saying, like
you was the bum on Instagram trying to act like you own fucking shit that you rent.
What did I rent?
He's actually the person who he says he is.
What did I rent?
I'm talking to Myron. I'm not.
No.
No, we're talking to both right here. Y'all renting stuff. Y'all put up all these fraudulent newspapers saying that you like an aspiring CEO and everything coming from the New York Finance, which the company didn't even exist. But there's no legitimate company that's really coming by within your backing. That's your problem.
You made a comment about me. So talking to you,
audience
what did I rent? No.
Men.
Again,
you guys are not helping
caller,
men.
What did I rent?
Exploiting them. You are exploiting
caller,
them.
what did I rent?
Let's be honest.
No. You made a statement. What did I rent on my Instagram page?
Come on, bro.
See, you can't.
Yeah, I was literally trying to say, oh, what I rent? What cars do I get? Y'all showing up like crazy, showing up all your accounts and everything. And again, they're literally trying to deflect the situation of what's really going on. And that's really a little issue with them. There's no legitimacy between these guys. There's no credentials in between them. These dudes are not to be trusted.
I'm asking a question because you're just talking to talk. You have no facts. You have nothing on me at all. So what did I rent? What did I rent?
Not even half of the show. Myron carries the whole show.
What did I
There we go. And we see it every day. Proven right there.
Rent.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you.
Exactly.
I'm not talking to you.
You're saying stuff with no any foundation to back it up. You can't even answer 2 questions. So your opinion is relevant, bro.
Myron, bro. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, because you can't. You're not on my level.
I have one last thing to say before I leave.
You're telling me. No. What did I rent? Exactly. Nothing.
Of course, they're gonna try and say, "Oh, what do you?" And I got all these cars, I got all these yachts, but how much can you afford to literally try to keep them? That's the thing, you know. We know how much you have. We don't know about your track or your history, like how much stuff you've been investing. We don't know what you're doing. We question yourself and what you're doing. Is that right?
So
bro, you rent cars.
No. Okay, hold on. What car did I rent on my page? No. Again, caller. Caller, you're talking. I'm asking you a question. What car did I rent on my page? Exactly, nothing.
Bro,
all right, let's move on, bro.
Listen,
you have nothing,
right.
bro.
No, because he's making some pretty.
Myron, I have one thing I have to say before I leave.
No, because you were saying that we exploit men. Let me ask you this.
Yes, you do.
Because that's obviously a very serious accusation. You're saying we exploit men.
You do. Let's be honest.
How do we exploit them specifically? Right. That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Oh, dude, shut the fuck up. Fresh and Fit never gave a damn about saving men's lives. All they cared about was exploiting you and taking your money. Every episode I have ever seen is just them constantly shitting on women. And there's never been a healthy dialogue whatsoever to really make things better. All they're doing is just pointing out problems with no solutions. And anytime any woman brought up an opposing argument, get the fuck out of there. They just threw them out. And I honestly feel the show's done more harm than good. They've created a demographic of young men who think every woman in the U.S. is either an OnlyFans or IG model, and they have to leave the country to find a quality woman. And this has nothing to do with free speech. These guys are still on YouTube. They can still go live. They just can't take your money anymore. And what I find the most amusing is that they didn't see this coming. They're completely shocked. How delusional do you have to be? How unself-aware do you have to be to say you did not see this coming? We all did. And to all the young men that I know that are going to leave some colorful comments down below, take that $100 you're going to put on their super chat to insult a woman and go buy a fucking book. Or go book a therapy session and get your mind straight. Like I've said many times, if you're following anybody's advice and their advice is just enraging you with hate, that's not a good thing. That isn't. Be careful who you take advice from, because these guys have poisoned a generation of young men, and it's going to take us years to get their heads straight.
Juicy!
Okay, so people like you, Brennan Carter, Derek Moneyberg, they come on here, especially, I can't believe you let those lanes come on there and talk shit about men to try to go, you become high value, buy my course. Are you, like, come on, bro. We're grown men. And let's be honest, this show is not educational.
It's not.
It's sensationalized, and you're exploiting men because they want to become high value. And they'll never actually become high value, which is okay. Average men exist, right? The issue is much bigger than just the fucking whores in Miami or whoever. I know you're going to say, oh, we bring a PhD, and it's fine, whatever. But the sample size that you have is not actual.
All right, let me go back to your first thing, because now you're
boom, right there. Called him out right there. That's straight factual, because what he did, he literally pierced him where it hurts right there, and that's when they forced the panic, and that's when they forced to cut him off. You know what I'm saying? It is a sample size.
You're going on another thing. So you said that.
No, he's not. No, he clearly is not.
Exploit men by bringing on guests like Brandon Carter and Moneyberg specifically. You do understand that no one's putting a gun to your head. Yo, let me address.
And yes, no one is putting a gun to your head. And I suggest a call up there moving forward. I would just literally just have you avoid the show completely and not watch these bozos ever again, because they're never going to try and literally follow anything up in life. They're never really going to try to help men, and they're not going to be a benefit literally down to you. So I would just you leave their ass alone and look for some better methods to really help you literally along the way. And I understand what you're literally trying to do, because you're trying to actually just prevent men from actually going astray by literally having to follow these dudes and literally having to follow their mess, literally getting themselves up in the fuck water trouble. So I appreciate you for that. But moving forward, leave these motherfuckers alone, please.
Your point, man. Like, are you calling in to actually have a discussion, or you just want to talk?
No, I came in to have a discussion. He came in to have basically constructive criticism with you. That's the point.
Because you're making very serious accusations. So I need to make sure that we address this properly. Okay, you're saying that we exploit men.
Yes.
By bringing on guests like Brandon Carter and Moneyberg. See, so here's the thing. They come in, they provide free value, and they offer a service where it's a course. No, does anyone put a gun to your head and say you have to buy the course?
No.
And yes, you ain't got to buy the course, but you're giving out misinformation.
Now, you don't have to buy the course. You could get a bunch of free value. As a matter of fact, the reason why I have such a point of contention with what you're saying is because we go out of our way to provide free value. We don't sell courses like that. We focus on giving you guys as much free value as we can. The credit card episodes, how to get in shape. I've done entire seminars on fitness and building a muscle mass, eating correctly, counting your macros. I've done all this stuff for absolutely free. Okay? If you implement all this stuff, which is out there for free, you can absolutely improve yourself and get your way to becoming a high value guy. So does that mean that every single person is going to become high value? No. But if they implement some of this stuff, they'll become better than they were. And that's the point, is improving. So I have a serious point of contention with you saying that we exploit men when we provide an enormous amount of value for.
Now, and for some men, maybe it could work, but for a lot of men, it may not work.
Absolutely free, by the way. We don't charge anyone. How are we exploiting men when we provide more free value than any other YouTuber on the platform?
So it's not actually free because everybody makes videos for free.
Are you paying money right now to talk to us?
Juicy!
Like, are you like paying money right now? Like, you're talking to me right now. You're on the line. Maybe you super chatted in to get ahead of the line. But what I'm saying is that, like, this is free right now. Like, this is absolutely free. People are watching this on Rumble and YouTube right now for absolutely free. What are you talking about?
He can't back it up.
Bro, the way you make money isn't because of isn't from the videos. It's from donations, right? It's from donations. It's from the fucking. Are you guys gonna let me talk?
We're listening to you. No one said anything.
Okay. All right. No, my fault. I thought you were gonna jump in. I'm also, there's a 3-second delay. All right. So the way you make money is because the way you make money is from the donations, right? Off the after hours shows, people donating, sometimes hundreds of dollars just to talk shit to the women, right? So let's be honest, like, that's how you make money, because you're not making, like you said it yourself, Money Mondays, Womanizer Wednesdays, they're not as popular as the after hours shows, right? Because you guys are not actually providing value. What they should actually do. All right, well, that's it. Let me go ahead and give you. I just have one other question.
No. Hold on.
What do you?
So hold on.
To teachers and average men who won't become high value.
Bro,
what do you do?
You got to be quiet and let me respond to the things that you're saying, and then you can, before you go on to another thing. You just like talk, and don't even let me address what you're saying.
All right, go ahead.
So you're trying to penalize us for providing a bunch of free value that we don't charge for, and then you're saying, oh, you get a bunch of money from donations from people.
Value for free. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's absolutely free. So what are you talking about? We're exploiting guys. No one is forcing the guys.
You're not special.
No one is forcing.
Special. How you exploit them is through donations. You're not special.
Actually, the caller is slightly wrong. Now, Fresh&Fit doesn't exploit their fans through donations. They actually exploit their fans basically through all these like call-ins, basically all these appointments that they mainly deal with. Basically when they actually deal with improvements or deals, I forgot what the word is. They have these little appointments that they actually get set up with, like one-on-one visits. They exploit them based off that. As Rudy has stated before, they mainly exploit them based by bashing them on set. Call them losers if they're actually not high value, or actually not actually trying to make forward in their life. Going at them in like a very harsh way, literally belittling women to the T, or belittling anybody that actually telling some of their points with legitimate evidence, with detailed evidence that some like them Fresh&Fit hasn't fully thoroughly reviewed or thoroughly researched, actually thoroughly read. They challenge them and pierce all those holes. When they get challenged, that's when they actually go berserk, and that's when they actually turn into ad hominems, just like what you're about to see later on up in this video. Whenever he starts pissing through all this stuff with evidence, that's when you're going to see Myron literally go berserk.
We never...
Courses and donation, is that how you exploit them?
What?
Juicy!
You're not special. Just because you put videos out for free, that's the nature of YouTube. That's how everybody does it, right? Donations and courses is how you exploit them. It's how you take money out their pocket.
We don't force anybody to buy anything. Hold on. Yo, be quiet, dude. Be quiet and let me address your point. We don't force anybody to donate. We don't force anybody to buy courses. You can absolutely get a bunch of value on here for absolutely free. Okay? At the end of the day, this is a business, so of course we have to monetize to some degree, but our goal is to always provide an enormous amount of value for absolutely free. I would say 90-10, if anything. Okay, most of our stuff is completely out there for free. We don't force anyone to donate. They want to interact with the show, they absolutely can. But we don't force anybody to donate. We don't do high pressure sales tactics. We're just giving a bunch of free value, and most of it, and the stuff that is paid for, it's a minority of what we do. We provide like 90-10 if you're going to go the ratio with free to paid stuff. Most creators don't do this at all.
Also, we turned down a lot of deals so that the show remains free. We turned on a bunch of deals from sponsors and as well actual platforms that say, hey, you know what? Monetize this show.
Nobody wants
I will
to
take care of
sponsor
you.
Nobody wants to sponsor you.
That's not true, bro.
Oh, juicy.
Dude, you have no idea what we turned down. And I guarantee you, bro, if you had a P for brain, at least you would understand how sponsorships work and how we get paid. But you don't know how we get paid, bro. You're assuming because, I know YouTube. You don't know YouTube at all, bro. You don't. You really don't. So.
Nah, YouTube basically runs on a 30% super tax system. They get paid based off of views and they get paid based off of following. That's how simple YouTube mainly is. There's no guarantee how much money that you're really going to get when you try and do YouTube's off alone. That's why they got to rely on the donations as well as the more expensive course that came by. But we never actually saw any type of sponsors mainly contact Fresh and Fit, even though they claim they're actually talking behind the scenes, but yet they turn them down. But yet there's no actual views coming from actual newsletters or other sources saying that they are like the hottest men's podcasts in the world. And I can literally try to list some of the stuff down through Google down below so that you'll be able to actually have the sources that's there. And if you actually scroll down, if you actually type in Google top male podcasts up in the world, you'll be able to see like the list of sites you can actually see below and which is the highest rating, which gives the positive content, and all these other jazz that you'll be able to literally see below. But I've never seen any other thorough sources that literally are sponsoring Fresh and Fit or actually backing up Fresh and Fit literally down to the T. A lot of these sponsors, if they actually hear this stuff and actually see this stuff on what goes on and like how they actually show women and how they actually kick them out, Frank Castle, all this other stuff, more than likely they will not be able to actually bring them on up in their sponsor because it will taunt their business and it will taunt their image.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
What do you do for a living?
And what does it have to do with the whole conversation? Why you got to bring what he got to do for a living? What does it have to do with the whole conversation that he's bringing up? And to add, ladies and gentlemen, before we move forward with the clip, notice what Fresh had asked a question, what do you do for a living? What Fresh and Myron are trying to do, they're trying to delegitimize the caller's argument by utilizing like what they do for a living and how much they work for, how much do they get paid and all these things. They're going to try and go forward with the argument, if you don't make this type of money, you don't qualify for explaining this type of advice towards us. We are on another level and all this other stuff. That's what they're literally going to try to go. But homeboy doesn't really have to even discuss basically like his career or anything of that nature to literally try to prove a point in front of these two bozos literally right there, because it's irrelevant to the constructive criticism that they're literally facing on how they mainly exploit men. You know what I'm saying? Because he may have some people that has went through some life experience, or he has been through some life experiences himself on why he's actually saying these types of things his way, and he's actually explaining these things on a much deeper level. He may have some people within his family that are of high value and have high caliber jobs or have high caliber businesses that he has learned from on why he's speaking this type of advice that he has today, because they have lived it as well. So for them to actually try to utilize the whole job situation and all these other stats and all these other fitness stuff that they mainly have going on and try to actually utilize one of their YouTube handles, they actually try to cook this guy thinking they really going to dominate him. They really not going to dominate at all, because at the end of the day, even if you have all these things, they may not guarantee you fully success. It may not guarantee you a fulfilling life. And at any given moment, even if you do anything right, the job could be taken away from you. You could be furloughed. You could be laid off. Or if you run a business or if you run entrepreneurship, you could lose the business. That business could fail anytime if people don't even support you anymore for whatever reason, based on certain turmoils and uncertainty, i.e. the COVID pandemic. It could be dropped at any given time for any given reason. And that's what these dweebs, Myron and Fresh Prince CEO, failed to see.
How much you make?
Don't worry about it, bro.
Oh, who cares?
You can't say what you do for a living. You don't know how much you make. You said I rented cars. You don't have any facts, my friend. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
I just have one last question for Myron because I think he's the brains of this operation.
Look, man,
and I just have one question for him because I think he's actually exploiting men.
What do you say? You're not correct about that.
And managers who are average and actually cannot utilize the prescriptions that you espouse.
Okay, this is what I say to that.
Juicy.
Okay. Every single person that watches the show can go to the gym and improve their physique. Every single person that watches the show can improve their credit score. Every single person that watches the show can learn how to be more dominant, assertive, and have frame in their relationships. So what you're saying is absolutely not true, bro, because even the average guys that watch our show are able to improve their life to a point where they get closer to becoming higher value. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, with all due respect. You're coming on here to criticize us and say that we're exploiting men, blah, blah, blah. Guys implement just some of the stuff that we teach, and they're able to improve their life dramatically. How many guys call into the show and say, yo?
Yeah, some do, but a lot of folks aren't. Probably a few to some, but a lot of them unfortunately aren't. And also, a lot of men that actually watch the show don't even bother actually making improvement, don't even want to put in the work. They literally just want to actually see you like literally throw out women all day and actually get themselves off, literally kicking out the hottest chicks up in your room. That's what y'all do. That's what they enjoy getting themselves on, like a bunch of them. But few of them would actually apply the stuff and actually put in the work.
I raised my credit score from this to this. Yo, I stopped smoking weed because of you guys. Yo, I started going to the gym. Yo, I improved my physique. Yo, I lost 50 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. They might not necessarily be high value, but we made a tremendous amount of change in their life, didn't we? Why? Because we gave a fucking solution, you motherfucker. So let me tell you something about guys like you. You're a fucking loser, right? And what you do is you assume that people don't necessarily get value and that there's an elite that no one else can aspire to. You have a loser.
Nah, Myron. What you fail to see. One moment. Yeah, I stress myself out a little bit because I'm sitting all day. Myron, what you fail to see is that average always moves. Even if people literally try to aim to become elite that way, and people literally try to get the 100K a year, in which everyone can literally try to get, the average is literally going to continue to move. The wealth gap will continue to widen. And basically, outliers will continue to far widen out. So much so that the high value credentials are going to be much harder to literally acclaim. Because all the standards are really going to be rising according to your mechanism, according to your theories, according to your methods. They're not going to work that way. You know what I'm saying? Have men stop literally trying to worry about comparing like, oh, what's really being the top guy, and have them focus on what they literally can be and how to live. Stop having men focus on all this top materialistic stuff that comes on, and have them start worrying about their own inner self and for how about them I forgot what I was going to say. Let me start over. Stop worrying about the whole top materialistic stuff. Have men focus on the top materialistic stuff, and have folks really worry about what they can do to try to improve within themselves and their inner confidence, so that they'll be literally trying to better themselves and respect other people, and literally try to make sure that they're self-worthy, and then the rest will follow. You know what I'm saying? That's what they fail to realize. Average always moves. It always moves when it comes to economics, when it comes to life. When you have people literally coming by and try to aim to be like high value people that aim to get like $100,000 a year, economically it's impossible to get because it's like a limited portion of money. There's a limited portion of resources for stuff like this to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's how cutthroat it can be, and the more competitiveness you gotta be worrying about getting people the same amount of money, the wider the wealth gap is gonna become, and the more competitive it's gonna be. It becomes much more cutthroat.
Mindset. You don't have to necessarily say, "Oh, I'm gonna become high value, and if I don't, that's a bust." If you're able to get your credit score from 400,
but yeah, you call like people up being viewership losers though. That's the problem. You call people, you call folks, you call your viewers losers just because they don't want to actually try to abide by your mentality or say they want to try and put the effort in work, or you call them losers whenever the viewers really criticize you, based on what the moves relate, rather than actually trying to be open-minded and actually take constructive criticism.
To 600, that's a W. If you're able to lose 50 pounds, that's a W. If you're able to get in the gym,
okay, if you lose 50 pounds, that's good, but the next step is actually maintaining.
Prove yourself, get some more confidence. You might not necessarily get to high value, but it dramatically increases the value of your life. And that's what we're fucking trying to do. We want everyone that watches the show to aspire to be a 1%er. You might not get there, but guess what? If you shoot for the fucking moon, you might hit the stars. Mm-hmm. That's what
you may, but really the main important goal is to really try to be the best that you can be. Maybe it could be like an absolute goal that you may want to hit, but it's more so like, what do you enjoy? You know, what do you actually enjoy doing? Like, what keeps you happy? What keeps you motivated every single day? And make sure you really follow up on this. You gotta try and get a good strategy on how to actually work this stuff out.
Trying to get people to do, you fucking. You're over here coming in here.
Hold up.
Trying to get people to do, you fucking. You're over here coming in.
Ooh, yeah, you're being nasty as hell now.
Juicy.
Trying to exploit, trying to talk shit, saying that we exploit men. What
Hell yeah, you do. Hell yeah.
the fuck are you talking about? There's no one on the platform that provides more value to men than we do on this fucking platform. I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
Nah. You're not the only one, dog. There's many more, literally, way better than you that actually provide way more value than y'all could ever do.
We turn down millions upon millions of dollars of deals.
We don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
Nah. Talking about millions of dollars of deals. What type of deals y'all literally trying to do? Because y'all want to get controlled or some shit? You know what I mean?
Because you've been talking now. Now let me cook you. Because we've literally turned down millions upon millions of dollars from gambling, pornography, alcohol, all these motherfuckers to go ahead and provide you guys value because we know that shit does not necessarily align with what the fuck we want to do. We'll go crazy. No. We make money on providing fucking value, and a portion of what we make comes from the donations that people choose to give us. Okay? And if we do, shut the fuck up and let me listen. And let me talk. No, man, because you've been making a bunch of fucking bullshit ass accusations. So I gotta put assholes like you in your place. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We get hundreds of messages. We get guys calling in saying we improved their life. If you watch the show right now, a bunch of guys called in and said that we improved them.
Yeah, some of them do, and good for them. You're the right fit, but not everyone is gonna align with your system.
And any little improvement is a big improvement. That's
right.
But
Juicy.
Big improvement. That's any little improvement is a big improvement. That's why.
But improvement life, that's the point.
There we go. And he literally just said it. Any little improvement is a huge improvement in their life. And he literally just said that.
You have to become high value to get a better life. What the fuck are you talking about sitting here? You don't even want to say what you do for a living.
Because it's irrelevant, fuckface Myron. You know what I'm saying? There are people that literally make mistakes up in their lives that can literally get better game than you and can actually give yourself some wisdom that homeboys really actually trying to show y'all. Even though it's that literally make mistakes, you even serve prison, may have like a word for knowledge that you may definitely need later on in your life. Fucking idiot.
You over here trying to judge the guys that call into the show that say that they got... Nah, mute this guy's mic. Yo, you over here trying to judge the guys that call into the show that improve their life, that improve their credit score. You're trying to sit there and talk shit about them. You don't even want to fucking talk about yourself.
Yep, can't.
You fucking... You're over here trying to talk shit about the guys that come in and watch this shit and actually improve their life, take it out their fucking mouth. What do you got to say about all the guys that we kept from committing...
And yeah, that's nice, but there's other many male minds that you've literally poisoned. That, when things actually don't go their way and things backfire, they can literally go towards that point of deletion as well. That's the other angle that you don't see either, Myron.
What the fuck are you going to say about that? Oh, you're exploiting men. We exploited them so they could live longer and not put a fucking barrel of in their mouth. What the fuck are you talking about? You're over here just talking shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, guys, you never want to be a dude like this guy.
Yeah. But, and I'm going to end this literally here, but before I do, I've been watching some of the clips that got with Garden Abbott and Priest and the way he's really acting sus, and when he gets challenged on stuff like this, especially on stuff that's actually real critical, you know what I'm saying? You got some of the stuff right here that actually slams them based on some of their practices that are literally legitimate, as well as some of the stuff that mainly he talks on when he gets pressed about gay issues and he panics. But yet when he actually talks about, vaginas are gross and, if you actually deal with like ballroom dancing or professional dancing, you're gay. All this other stuff that comes to mind to bring this example up, right? Y'all call that sus, but yeah, you got all these men that you really trying to hug up in like your early years and everything. All of a sudden, now you get spooky. Now you want to start panicking. Now you want to start crying. Now, if you actually feel more comfortable being bi, just say you bi. But this is hypocrisy with you. You know what I'm saying? This is the hypocrisy that we have with you in regards to this. You know what I mean? Like, you come up here and literally hugging and literally kissing dudes up on the cheek, literally being sus down to the T. You know what I'm saying? And it may be normally, you may be actually like kissy buddy hugging your bros, but yet you come by and criticize something that's actually ballroom dancing, doing like ice skating or something. You call that shit gay? You know, eating someone's pussy, eating a woman's pussy out, that's gay? You know, like, but like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, what is wrong with y'all, the way y'all between people certain opinions, and y'all literally bashing folks to the T based on like some certain accusations that y'all been challenged by, right? And yes, what he does and all this other stuff, he's not even saying it because it's literally irrelevant to the whole criticism that y'all literally been making, right? You know, I've been working up as like a medical officer for a time. I've been having my degrees up in engineering and mathematics, so I can understand to some degree like what homeboy's talking about. What Fresh&Fit mainly do is they mainly generalize towards men, but they don't specialize towards each and every single male they have, and that's the biggest issue with them. Now, it doesn't mean that none of the males are going to benefit from some of their teachings. Some will. You know what I mean? I would be like more power to them. Like, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the stuff that they say, it's not fully practical. You know what I mean? And not only that, to actually try to focus on the title, saying hater gets cooked based on like what really goes on. And I think the hater actually mainly is an appropriate word, right? Because there are a lot of folks really up in real life that truly hate your guts, primarily based on the way you treat women. Also based on the way that you literally being like extremely sambo. It's really acting like a fucking minstrel show for two. Literally putting a fucking clan robe on up in the middle of public, literally up in Rumble, which is why your ass got fucking demonetized and you out here literally crying yourself a river, crying yourself an ocean, all the way up in Schitt's Creek for fucking God knows how long, number of weeks. And now all of a sudden a week later you gotta like try and find some way to actually get your money back. You know what I mean? Y'all are sick to the head, and like y'all dudes that literally actually trying to stick all this stuff up in there, that's a reflection of y'all. And the people that actually mainly support y'all literally down to the T and hold you down, give y'all donations, that's basically a reflection of their character too. Right? And again, no matter how many times that we poke holes in your shit, no matter how many times people literally try to expose these guys, unfortunately, there will still be millions upon millions of people that will still hold them down regardless. And I gotta try and give a quote on what basically Mad Black TV is mainly posted up saying, because you know, manosphere and you know modern feminism, they basically have the same route, because they try to lure they people up in the cult based on their given mindset, and it's the same mindset based on the opposite side of the spectrum, to the point where they have like some such relationships just like Gangsterlicious.
Boondock Song Part 1.
Never catching lids, rolling with no beards, cause bitches ain't shit. This on my crew is thick, a bunch of knuckles. Beat is high. Bone heads and dreads, nigga, we hitting on them hoes like we hit the feds. Bitch, can't you see? Fall back away from me. Me and my niggas both just in the VIP. Now bump it to the left, and bump it to the right, cause when you do the homie, nigga, gotta do it right.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Cause bitches be trouble, be having niggas beefing. You tricking on that hoe, and your niggas ain't eating. She pushing your whip, spending all your cash. Your homie got shot up while you was in that ass.
Homies over hoes, homies over hoes, homies over hoes, homies over hoes. Do the homie, do the homie, do the homie. Oh, it's so hot.
Juicy. But I want to give a huge shout out to the caller Lily here, in regards to him actually giving a very huge constructive criticism. Not every man is going to be high value. And I wouldn't say the goal is not actually trying to attain the top 1% or anything like that. It should never be about being the top 1% at all. That's literally like a long shot. That shouldn't even be the focus. The forward focus is actually more so working on your inner, working on your own self journey, working on like what you enjoy doing, working on what you love to do, working on having healthy relationships with your family, with your friends, working on having like a stable job, working on being stable, working on being loyal to the people that you know, those people that you love. You know what I'm saying? Not really more so about bagging women. Yes, sex is scared with X actually plays a major part in this whole ordeal, based on certain skills and actually how you reproduce and everything. But it's not really like the whole end all be all. The main ordeal is really trying to improve yourself as best you can, you know, so that you'll be able to have like a more free and fulfilling life based on what you love doing. As long as some of the stuff that you aim to do actually makes you happy, that's the most important thing. But these two bozos here that you really have, based on what I'm saying with the mouth, these two bozos, yes, you know, they're going to be millionaires. Yes, they probably going to buy real estate. Yes, they're probably going to be having like the hottest yachts and everything. But again, can their system last for like the next 10, 15, 20 years? And that's the big key. You know what I mean? I have my doubts on this. I really, really, truly have my doubts on these two right here because they are not legitimate. They don't actually give thorough practical advice that's based on an individualistic level. And even though they can actually have some good solid advice, you know, which could be okay, which any of us in the real world could basically tell you, they don't know how, they don't fully know how to actually take this stuff up to like another level. So it's like someone as myself can, given my expertise, or someone else who may not even have my expertise, or may have someone that may be more advanced than me in certain ordeals, they'll be actually giving them some much further game than what I can give them. You know what I'm saying? And the most important thing is actually getting the proper practical information so that you'll be able to learn and you'll be able to grow. And these two motherfuckers right here are clearly illegitimate. These two motherfuckers are extremely hypocritical, extremely demonic, mind you, and also extremely disrespectful. God forbid if they stuff lady shuts down and they gotta be going back to all these other job stuff and they see all this stuff, it could be a huge dent in their image as well as their reputation. And with that, Chris and Paul for the Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Good night. And yes, hopefully I'll be able to actually feel better real soon after this whole craziness. Alright? Y'all take care.